All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Ready, Blue 80, Blue 80, 51 to Mike. Here we go. Under 10, under 10, 10. Shit, watch the shit. Big Ed. Check 26, check 26. Gun. I got motion.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season, and shoving his way inside the 35. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see.
They run. Devontae Freeman. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the screen. Check 50. Check 50. 51. Get out.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Geno Atkins got home that time.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
11. Mike, smooth. Mike, 51. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. Mike 51. And let's get this. He's coming. 20. We got double up.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Hey, let's go. It's time to come across. Focus, defense, focus. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
You ready? 51. Blue dead. 39. 22.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Pilot, 64, weak. 51's the mic, boy, 51. 39. I got you. I got you. Got it. 51's the mic. I got you. I got you.
Now on 2nd and 13. Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Face. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
So that'll back him up 5. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. On the return, Jackson. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Go! Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Tackles. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. That's 5'9", 5'9". Defense. Mike, check, 59. Hey, Charlie. Let's go.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the 1st quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On second down, Freeman. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Hey, 59, Daddy.
Mike 51. Come off the ball.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Sunday. 6-6, bullet high. Back.
He's checked.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
74.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Like 25.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here's Ryan. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Tighten up, flat. Kill. Hey, Haywood!
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Now Fournette, and he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run with Fournette, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing his Wentz. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Eagles.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13, Wentz. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Falcons take over. Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
A reminder, one more game on the Week 2 docket, and it's a good one from MetLife Stadium. Plenty of storylines in this one. OBJ's return. You've got Mayfield and Darnold, first two QBs taken. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Throwing now is Wentz. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it's third and short.
Go. 180.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Gain of 7. First down, Philadelphia.
Here we go. 180. Down the man inside. Down the man.
Check 37. Check 37. Joker.
This is Fournette. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second and 11 now. Wentz. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. That is caught at the 7. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
They should have put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The third down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down.
Hey, box drop. 45.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that
blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now on 2nd and 16, Ryan. And it's incomplete. Derek Kindred there to get a hand on that one.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Hey, turn it up, turn it up. Hey, Tuesday. Hey, South. 51 to Mike. Here we go. Right here.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wentz, and he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
59, hey, exit. 3 bud. Check 59, Mike is 59, Mike to 59.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? To throw is Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
So the awareness of knowing where the 1st down marker is, it's not just for the offense. I mean, his defense has to understand that, too, and they gave up a huge one there.
Oh, yeah, this is one of those situations defensively. You're just counting on getting the football back.
No doubt about it. You've already projected yourself to the bench and with a little bit of smile on your face for having stopped them, and now you've got to regroup and play again.
Here's 1st and goal, and, gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Now Wentz. This is caught. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
What's your son?
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
Solid.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Here's Fournette, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Leonard Fournette in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
Of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Falcons take over first and 10.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Check 3, let's go!
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
Here we go.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check!
Sunday! Two jet!
Check safety!
Bravo! What's up?
Here's Wentz to throw. He's got a man complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Got it.
Ryan. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Ready. Back 25.
51. All right. Here we go. Let's go, Dean.
51. Sub.
Hey, let's get there.
25.
Play action. Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A nice pickup there. 18 yards. 1st down, Falcons.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Get up.
Ryan. pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, his second sack of the night.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Falcons on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. To throw is Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Here's Jackson. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Back to you. Big Dad.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for Philly. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Go. 280. Get great 57. Check. 81.
From the red zone now, Wentz to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Kill.
Here I come.
On play action, it's Wentz. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Kill.
Great 15.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. His throw caught at about the 5. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Wentz now to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. T.Y. Hilton, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Eagles are pouring it on. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 55 yards. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 13. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And some room to maneuver. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards there, 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Christian Kirk, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles continue to roll. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go, baby. 20.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's Freeman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Hey, express!
Mike 51, Mike 51.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues.
Got the better. Come on,
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
59, ready.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Ryan. This will be caught inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. I got him. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Quit talking about it.
4th down. Here's Ryan. And this is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Sunday.
On 2nd and a yard. Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Throwing on first is Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The first carry for Josh Adams. He's got the first down and more past midfield. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well. Because when you run against 6 DBs with some big offensive linemen, you often get this result.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Wentz going to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
82.
To throw again on second down. Wentz. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
This close to the goal line, you got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
Orbit. Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Defense wins check. Let's go.
Now Wentz on third down. And able to find Kirk complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Here we go. 180!
That's right, baby. They don't want
Sunday!
Check three.
5-9. It's a touchdown!
Shotgun now for Wentz. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Josh Adams, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles are pouring it on. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And that is incomplete here. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, Mike 51. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming.
Here's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Hey, Tuesday.
Kill.
Check.
Check 52.
Greystone, travel. Ready to go.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Geno Atkins able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
Here we go. 280. Run.
What's the run? Hey, they're running it.
Sunday.
Come on, switch it.
Porky, 82, Porky. Hey, Alpha. Wait, good.
Wentz now on 1st down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Eagles on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Wentz. Buying time to his left. He wants it all for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 20.
20.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Ryan, Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Come on now. Let's go.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Hey! High step!
On 1st down, Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vic Beasley, his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush.
And the pressure gets to him again. Deion Jones in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Let's get off the field. 59.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Looking deep for Hilton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fans.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot They're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Solid, solid.
I got you.
Black.
Check 13. Check 13.
61. Matchbox lights. Hey, 57. Liz.
Check 49. Out.
Push that.
Wentz to throw. Looking deep for Hilton. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling, but inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Lost man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Check. Let it go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Here we go, G. All day.
One last shot for Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Eagles, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll drop.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in.